These are my audience members. I have 2 virtual audience members. And here's my ID. Okay, are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Is it going? Okay. One of my favorite memories from middle school was when me and one of my friends gave a history presentation. And right when the teacher called us up to give the presentation, my friend looked at me really worried and was like, "Oh no." And I just was like really confused. I was like, "What?" And then bam, a hiccup. So she had the hiccups and we went up to give our presentation. And every time it was her turn to speak during the presentation, she kept on hiccuping. And everyone was just dying laughing. She couldn't get them to stop. And it was just a really funny time. And it's just a funny memory that we still talk about to this day. And so while I personally have never had the hiccups during an unfortunate time, like during a presentation, I have had the hiccups for a really long time. I've had them since I was really little, and I do know a couple of tricks to try to get rid of the hiccups. And so as human beings in my audience, I know that each of you have probably experienced the hiccups at some point in your lifetime. So from the speech, I'm hoping that you will learn some different ways to get rid of the hiccups and just learn more about the hiccups since you all experience them. So throughout this speech, I will explain to you what the hiccups are, what causes hiccups, and how to get rid of the hiccups. According to the website titled Hiccups, made by the Mayo Clinic in March of 2023, hiccups are repeated spasms of the diaphragm, and they're super sudden movements of the diaphragm that are uncontrollable. And so in this diagram, you can see that the diaphragm is right here underneath your lungs. And so the diaphragm is a muscle that separates your stomach from your chest. And yeah, the spasms are what cause the hiccups. And so the diaphragm actually can control your vocal cords. And so whenever your diaphragm has a quick spasm, it causes your vocal cords to suddenly close. And that's what makes the hic sound, because you're like breathing in for air and then suddenly your vocal cords close and you hic. And so that's what the hiccups are. And also hiccups, according to BuzzFeed News, the article in May of 2015 by Alex Kasprak called 13 Facts You Definitely Don't Know About Hiccups, every single mammal experiences the hiccups, and even fetuses have the hiccups. And so they're super normal. All humans have the hiccups, every mammal does, and even people, little humans in the womb, have the hiccups. So it's nothing to worry about. But now that we know what hiccups are, let's move into some of the causes of the hiccups. So some different causes of hiccups are ingesting quickly, excitement, emotional stress, and drinking carbonation. And even drinking alcohol can cause hiccups. And so while 2 of these listed here are physical causes of the hiccups, like ingesting quickly and drinking carbonation, 2 of them are emotional causes, excitement and emotional stress. And so, let's see, sorry. Oh, the website WebMD titled Hiccups, Why You Get Them and How to Make Them Stop from December of 2022 explains that hiccups are caused by irritation of the nerve connecting the brain to the diaphragm. And so that's why hiccups can also be caused by emotions, because it is irritation of the nerve. And so that's what can make them be caused by emotions. But you may think that now that you know some of the causes of the hiccups, you can avoid getting them altogether. But unfortunately, you probably will still get the hiccups at some point in your life. So it'd be important to know some different remedies you can try out to get rid of the hiccups faster. So how to make hiccups stop. My favorite way to make hiccups stop is a tin sip trick. And so what the tin sip trick is you drink some water, and so you're gonna drink the water and then you're gonna turn down to swallow. So you're gonna look down while you swallow. And you're gonna wanna do that 10 times, and hopefully that can get rid of the hiccups. I learned this trick from my music teacher in elementary school. Anytime anyone in music class had the hiccups, she would get like really excited because she just had this knowledge and wanted to enlighten us all with this trick because it always worked. And every time someone had the hiccups, she'd send them to the water fountain and tell them to do the 10 sip trick, and they'd always come back and their hiccups would be cured, completely gone. And so it was really cool. But unfortunately, one of my friends had the hiccups this past New Year's, and I told her about the 10 sip trick and it didn't work for her, which was sad. But every time I've tried it, it's worked for me, and it's worked only one time I've seen it not work. So pretty much the 10 sip trick, I would use that as my go-to remedy to the hiccups because it works more times than it doesn't in my personal experience. And then another way to try to get rid of the hiccups, if that doesn't work, is breathing into a paper bag. So just take a paper bag and just breathe into it nice and slow, and that should help get rid of your hiccups. However, there is some cases where the hiccups go for a really long time. So when should I see a doctor about the hiccups? According to the Mayo Clinic article from March of 2023 titled Hiccups, you should see a doctor if your hiccups last for more than 48 hours or if the hiccups are causing you to not be able to eat or sleep. So hiccups are not a problem to worry about like most of the time. Like I said, all mammals experience hiccups. You even have hiccups when you're in the womb, like babies experience hiccups. But if they're interrupting your daily life, then you should definitely see a medical professional because sometimes hiccups can be a sign of an underlying medical problem and so underlying condition. So see a doctor if they last for over 2 days or if it's causing interruptions to your daily life, like you can't eat or sleep. So I hope that you've learned from this presentation what hiccups are, different causes of hiccups, and how to get rid of the hiccups. Next time you or someone you know has the hiccups, you should try one of the tricks that I've explained to you, like the tin sip trick or breathing into a paper bag to try and get rid of the hiccups. Or also think about what the cause could have been. Were you eating really fast? Were you super excited super suddenly? Like, what do you think the cause could have been? So I hope that you never have the hiccups at an unfortunate time, and thank you for listening to my speech.